Yes, another day of the Pontiac restoration videos, boys. It's currently Wednesday here on Vlogging Life. I haven't done anything all week with as far as doing stuff to this car. We're going to get some more sanding done. I don't have the GoPro out here with me. I forgot it in the house. I don't feel like going to get it, so probably not going to give you any of those high-angle time-lapse shots. Once again, those time-angled live acts, whatever, I can't even speak. Now, this looks like crap. This is the friggin' fill in the holes project. Thought about this, and I think I might have a solution for it. Over here, I'm just going to tame this down. Oh, never mind. I blew it out. Okay, that one's fine. That one's fine. That one over there is crap. Okay, we're going to sand that back. I got an idea for this. I went to Canadian Tire the other day, bought myself some much required stuff. Freaking respirator, so I don't end up breathing in all this dust and debris. Okay, bought some Bondo tack cloth because they say to use that before you paint. I got some automotive adhesive because here's my battle plan. The reason why things aren't sticking to this hole is because it's not that thin, thick of metal. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go behind it with something, glue it on, wait for it to dry, and then Bondo over it. Now, I looked online and a lot of people are welding it to fill it in. Problem is like I say, that is some thin freaking metal right there. It's going to be a pain in the ass for an inexperienced welder like myself to do that. The other option is take a nut or a bolt right through, chop the top of it off, weld that to there, and then I got less to fill in. But I think by gluing something underneath, like a piece of metal or cardboard or whatever, just something, if I have any old plastic I can use, just anything at all, right? Just to back it off so that I got something to rest the friggin' Bondos on. Then when it hardens, it should be good. And with that stable surface underneath, we should be even better. So that's where the goop comes in. Anyway, I don't even know if this car battery still has a charge. So let's see if we can open the trunk first. So that's literally what fell out of it. Now the other option is I can just install the caps. See, I thought about doing that too, is putting the caps back in and then just ramping some spray foam in there to build it up, and then just topping it with friggin' putty and calling it a day. Just enough to, but look at this stuff here is hard, man. Like, I can't even crack this with my hands. Oh, never mind. Yes, I can. Okay. So it hardens up really nicely, but the problem is there's nothing for it to bind to. Now, what they say to do online is, with a hole like that, is to drill it with a, one of those cone type drills that'll put a bevel on it. But the problem is you can't bevel it because there's nothing to bevel. It's literally thin as frig sheet metal. And you can see in there, there's not much density to that metal. So what I need to do is get something in there to cover the hole. And then once it's covered, I should be able to lay the Bondo over it. So one of the ideas I had, I don't know if they're in here, like taking a washer like this, putting glue on it, their goop, and offset gooping it like that so that we have less nonsense to deal with. I wish I had these washers without the hole in the middle. The other idea, man, I got the freaking throat sores right now, boys. Yeah, that's about the only idea I really have for that. The other idea is, like I said, taking a piece of plastic, or do I have any of that fiberglass shit left? Yeah. Taking this stuff, packing it in there. Like, all these ideas are probably not going to work because they sound great in my brain, but like you can see in here, this might be good until I sand it down. Same with this. And if you look at the surface area here, you can clearly see it's bumpier. Well, this isn't too bad. This is actually nice and smooth. But further up, she's kind of rough. I'm going to have to sand it back, and what I'm worried about is when I sand it back, is it just breaking off and coming out. So, yeah. I don't know. We'll grab the sander. We'll come back here. I want to finish this off, and then we'll get on the hood. So let's pitter-patter. Okay, sorry if there's any smut on the lens, but gone ahead and stuffed it in there. I glued it in place, but this is basically what it's going to look like. Now, I probably should have sanded it back more before I jumped on this pony wagon, but hey, whatever. I'm going to go ahead now, take this out of here. Actually, I'm just going to leave that there. We're going to close this here back up. I don't like that electronic pull down. But what I'm going to do is get the sander. We're going to sand this down. And if these break off, we're going to do rinse and repeat the same. Okay, ready to go paint. Yay! Okay, so this worked out nice. This is nice and smooth. Nice and smooth. Nice and smooth. And I just need to tack this one here with a little bit of Bonda. And nice and smooth. Beauty plain. Alright, we'll let that dry. I'm going to grab my can of primer actually. Come back here and prime those hot spots. Those that are just recently sanded. Just to get them ready for paint. Now, for the plastic bumper, a lot of you guys were telling me that don't just spray over top of it and think it's going to stick. I need to use a primer that has an adhesive. Basically, it's designed to make paint stick better to plastic. And I found out what you meant, and I know exactly what to get. So, not a problem. It's going to happen, because as you can see, this car was painted previously by someone probably doing the same job I'm doing now, and they did not use the adhesive promoter, whatever. So that's what we'll do. Anyway, gonna shake this up, prime my areas, and go from there. So let's friggin' pitter patter, boys. Okay, so I'm gonna start sanding down this side over here, and I probably sound like the pyro from friggin', you know, that game, Team Fortress, because I'm wearing my rebreather again. Alright. I'm getting there, making progress. I still need to get the paint adhesion friggin' thing from Canadian Tire, but whatever. Got her all sanded down, clear coat sanded down. Got the top all sanded. What are you? Okay. There we go, that's gone. I don't like those. Really wish I had a block for this. Should have bought one. Almost go. There we go. There might be another one over here. I should hit that with the palm sander. Hood's all done. Checked everything. Smooth as that has to come out. I did along the side here. It's just where the paint was losing its ability to stick. That's where I ran into problems. Because yes, as you can see, there is bare metal on the hood. Because as you can see, the primer is not that thick. Man, I need some like heavier grit sandpaper. 800 just ain't gonna cut it, like literally. I'll just use this sanding disc. This is all I really have. Should have bought some more paper while I was out, but I didn't. It's hard to get into these cracks with the wheel, so you basically got to do it by hand. There we go. Good enough. Not looking for a showroom finish, just looking for a finish. That's what I'm saying, people. It's the reason why I'm going to go with trim clad, because I'm not worrying about a lot of the imperfections in the hood, i.e. all these dents. I just want to spray it. Oh, I got to get some Goo Gone and take this stupid thing off. I friggin' hate decals so much. Anyway, so that's what we're going to have to do, is get some of that, because this bumper here, that's plastic. I got to take this license plate bracket off too. The ground effects, all plastic. This trim's plastic, and the rear bumper is plastic. But luckily, it's pretty solid and doesn't flex too much. So I figure if I hit it with the adhesion promoter, we should be able to get the trim clad to stick to it. So yeah. Now I did notice on the video prior, or anyway, the one video that went up when I mentioned I was going to spray with trim clad, that a lot of you have said that you've used trim clad on cars before. One person said they sprayed their bike with it. When you sprayed your bike, did you use rattle cans or did you use an HVLP gun like I'm about to do? Because if you use the gun, I'm getting mixed results as far as how to thin it. Some people are saying to use lacquer thinner. Others are saying to use mineral spirits. Others are saying to use just regular paint thinner. And everybody's claiming amazing results. And then people are saying they tried using one method and it didn't work, but then they used the lacquer thinner and it worked great. Other people are saying lacquer thinner made the paint really lumpy and garbage. Maybe, well, what I might do though, TrimClad is on, like it's probably going to happen. But on a side note, I'm going to be going to a place in town called Maslac. They're an automotive shop and they sell Bodywork stuff. So I might look and see if their paint is affordable, as in not $50 for a quart, because you can get TrimClad at $9 a quart, which is the reason why this was going to be the TrimClad mobile. Dirtybird, the ugly girl she is. She's so ugly. Look at her. Look at her. Just look at her. No, I knew I wasn't going to be able to get much work in tonight. It's already 6:45, almost 7. I still want to go put in a workout and have a shower and cook dinner before I go to bed so I can wake up to go to work tomorrow. Which is why I figured I would come home, tackle the trunk, which I did. And I have a feeling the new method is going to work a lot better than the old method. Stuff is dry, and it's really holding on. So, maybe tomorrow after work I'll put in some more time on it, and we'll make that also part of this video. So guys, I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Alright guys, new day. We're supposed to get a thunderstorm today. A very good chance with that big freaking cloud looming overhead. Anyway, back to Project Sand My Ride. No, we're not doing any more sanding. Well, we might do a little bit. I don't want to do any more sanding. Probably gonna sand this down just to make sure it's nice and good. Oh, I definitely got to hit this. That's where I gooped yesterday, but we'll give this here a quick blast. Tomorrow, this is all good. Good. The plastic on the bottom, I gotta hit with that shit. But tomorrow we're gonna head over to the paint shop. We're gonna see about. I mentioned that yesterday. I'm gonna go to Maslac and see if I can get some automotive paint at around the same price as TrimClad, and if I can't, then onward to Home Depot. We're going to pick up some TrimClad, pick up some thinner. Found out what I need to use. I got to use lacquer thinner. What I'm thinking about doing tonight is grab my paper of sanding here. It's freaking 800 grit. That's the best I got. You know what? Grab that ring too. I'm going to hand sand this new spot back here down just to see if we can get it to be somewhat good. Okay, I probably don't need to film that. Alright, so I cleaned this up here. There's a bit of a warp here where the spoiler was. It was pulling on the... also had to refill this in because it was showing a dent, so we'll deal with that tomorrow. And I just gave a quick blast. The rear bumper here had some scuffs in it that I had to fill. Obviously, he backed into something here. I'm just going to let that dry and then cut it back. As for this window, I need to Windex it and clean it, and then we're going to mask it with masking materials, i.e. that paper. Alright, it's hard to tell, but it's actually starting to rain out, but I got the back end all masked off. Yeah, I just used tape on the thing, but I used that paper on the window. Got it all taped off. Didn't really cut it right, so I ended up using more tape over here to cover up the parts that I couldn't cover. And that's not a cut, that's actually a fold because this window is shaped weird. Now I just got to do the front, the sides, and then mask off like things like reflectors and other accents like reflectors, and take off the license plate. And yep. What I was thinking is I might pop the hood and take these inserts off and spray them separately, because I kind of want to spray the grill underneath black, but spray these white. I don't know. I might leave them on and spray them all white, and then when they dry, do like a mask over top of the grill and then blast in there with black and see how that comes out. I don't know, we'll see. But I gotta check, because I think those shoot... Oh no, there's something in there to block it. We're fine. There's something in there to block this too, so we're fine. It's funny, those are air vents to vent heat from the hood, and they go nowhere because there's a piece of felt covering the hood. So, anyway, we're done back here, so that's a bonus. Right on. Alright, I already showed you guys the ass end all taped off here. I did the side doors right here and here. Haven't done the window yet. Did this mirror, got to do that mirror still. And I did the windscreen. She's all masked off. Still got to cover the tires and garbage bags. Those are unfortunately in the house. And still got to figure out how in the frig I'm going to remove this license plate. So I'm going to unscrew it from there, and I'm hoping behind here there is some sort of a mount. So I got to take that right off. I got to get rid of this stupid Firebird here too. I was thinking about putting the Big Bird on the hood. There's a guy in town. He said he can cut me one for 40 bucks and stick it on the car. But I don't know if I want to go that ghetto fabulous. But it could happen. It could happen. I was chatting with him on Facebook about it. He's like, oh yeah, man, 40 bucks. I'll cut it. I'll stick it on. It'll be straight and friggin' awesome. I don't know. Then the other thing was, he's like, or we can put your vlogging life symbol on the roof of the car. But no, me okay. I did this side here too. Like I said, I still got to hit this mirror. And cover the tires. Cover these two windows. Cover this rubber trim. And we're in it to win it, boys. Freaking hammer down. Like, it's just like that. Like, I'm not even, I'm covering up the mirror with tape. I'm not doing that awesome of a mask job. I don't expect much of a paint job. I just want it to be one unified color. If it shouldn't have orange peel. Like, it's going to have orange peel after I spray it. That's a given. You can't get away from orange peel with Tremclad. But you can, if you wet sand it afterwards, you can bring it down and level it out. And then you hit it with the turtle wax cutting compound, followed by the polishing compound, and you can get an okay shine. Not showroom, won't be candy coat, but it'll be okay. And that's all I want is freaking okay. That's the big battle plan today. But one thing I gotta quit doing is wearing my good work pants to work on the freaking car, because Jesus Murphy, it looks like somebody sneezed and blew coke all over me. Anyway, it's currently 7 o'clock at night, and I still haven't eaten. Probably going to skip workout tonight and let my body heal some more. And I'm going to finish off these windows and then we're going to call it. Alrighty. Like I showed you before, masked, 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 masked. Windshield's masked. Only thing I didn't mask yet are the front markers, but we're at 8 o'clock, guys. Bugs are about to start. I don't want to be out here when that starts. Jesus Murphy. I didn't mask the markers in the front yet. But I did mask this mirror, and I masked where the antenna screws in. That's getting painted white. I threw down some primer up here, some primer here. Primed the rear deck. Really brings out the imperfections in the paint. I'm telling you, man, I really do understand why it would have costed me close to $3,200 for them to do the prep work and paint it. Probably $4,000. This car's shot. Like, the body on it is dented and folded. Just not the greatest. This is why it's getting a Tremclad paint job, because it's a fun car to drive, but Jesus Murphy, she's warped. So just enjoy it for what it is. I still love the car, and I'm still almost tempted, not quite, but I'm saying almost tempted, because it's highly illegal Corey Trevor, but it would be sweet to do, and if I could find it, I would show you. But I can't remember where the hell I put it. Son of a bitch. Here it is. I was thinking, it's almost the perfect width across. Just knock this down a bit, mount this in there, glue it in, bend it in place. You know what this is, right? Let me show you what this is. So that's what this is. Yeah, it's a scanner bar. It does the classic Knight Rider 1-2. I just can't find the remote control for it right now. But you can actually set it to do all these different types of scans. And I can't remember where I put the remote. Thought it was back here. Guess not. Maybe I chucked it in here. I guess not. I don't know where the remote is, but yeah. I would definitely need the remote, because if I'm going to do classic Knight Rider, I don't want Knight Rider 2008 sitting there just flickering away. Then I kind of want a little bit more... there it is. There it is. I knew it was somewhere. Battery must be dead, because it's doing nothing. That's a shame. Oh well. So yeah, that's what that is. Just the little flashy light. And I thought about somehow attaching it to the front of the car. I could probably even mount it in there and have it shoot light straight up, and it would probably still come out the seam. Even that would look probably pretty badass at night. Or nerdy, one of the two. Anyway, got some more masking to do. Tomorrow is half day friggin' Friday. I also got to go to the MTO because the guy I sold my motorcycle to back in the day friggin' lost the ownership. So now I got to go get another ownership. I told him he's going to pay for it, so it's not coming out of my pocket. But I told him this is the last one. That if he loses it again, enjoy his dirt bike. Anyway, that's going to be about it for today, people. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. We're going to be laying down some paint very, very, very shortly. Very shortly. So stay tuned for that. So anyway, people, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, click that like button. Any questions, comments, concerns, down below they go. And until next time, people, peace the frig out. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.